guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this episode. I feel like the month of Zoro was so fun. Zoro Yuri was fantastic. I'm so happy we got around to it. And it was the perfect thing to set this up because I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about these pictures. Lan, I can't wait to hear you hate these books. I can't.
Hate is a strong word.
I can't wait. I can't wait. So I'm so excited for whatever your brain does with these books.
This is the one time. Listen, we have had so much fun trying to pick apart the Emersonian mind of Salt and
mind of Salt
on this show.
It's true.
And I think perhaps, and maybe this is hubris on my part. Yeah. I think this might be the first time where I'm like, you know that image of the two minds melding?
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, maybe this is hubris. Maybe I'm completely off the mark here, but I feel like there's the preliminary stages of that going on. I feel like I'm gonna be there with Salt on some of these.
I'm just so excited just to be here, folks, listeners, beautiful grapplers and flubbers. This is our absolute ride along special, where we're going through all the absolute books in the style of Common Ride Along, an incredible show, but made by some beautiful, beautiful men. In a slightly different way, similar to how we did the Ultimate Ride Along, where we are actually going to talk about every single first issue and see what people want to read. The twist this time, though, this is actually, I'd say, significantly different than Common Ride Along in a way that's different than Ultimates. Salt and Lan both will be riding along. So I have two sidecars. Nobody's in the bitch seat. I have two cars on either side of the bike that will be traveling, and then we're going to go in different directions. So we'll be recording.
It's just like Resident Evil. There's going to be a side A and a side B.
Yes, exactly.
I'm calling dibs on Leon Kennedy, by the way.
Two discs are coming your way. Does that mean Salt's a hot girl?
Salt.
Yeah. Okay, do I get to be Jill Valentine? That rules.
Yeah. I don't. Why'd you say sorry? Weirdo.
No. I was going to say sorry because Salt hadn't said anything
this is
up until this point.
Because,
folks, let me let you peek behind the curtain here. Before we started, Keegan said this is going to be a very atypical start to the episode, so I need you to be quiet.
Salt just
followed. For a sec, I thought Salt had followed the directions a bit too hard. So I'm like, I don't want to speak for Salt, but Salt hasn't said anything in the 3 minutes.
Salt, you can be this episode. Though. I'm cool with you
Keegan,
being a babe.
Yeah,
Keegan stunned you into silence.
No, Keegan's preamble is good. We got to set the stage. There's a lot of territory to cover here.
All right.
Yeah, let's get to it.
We are going to go in two different directions. We'll do one episode with Salt, one episode with Lan after this, covering whatever ones they pick. I'm excited. I am just the guide here. I just want to help guide the conversations. I'll share some opinion here and there, but mostly we're going to do picks and stuff like that. So to lay the groundwork, we're going to get in first with a book that we know Salt didn't read, which is
What's up? I'm here. It's the guy you know and love.
Yes,
I do not read.
Yes.
Really classic scenario on this podcast at this point, really developed over time, and I really love that it was front loaded this time, mostly because this comic is a big load of bullshit.
Absolutely.
The comic I'm referring to is the DC All-In Special, which was released in October 2024, written by Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson. It's split into two halves, so half of the book has art by Daniel Sampere, and the other half is by Wes Craig.
This is like side A and side B in Resident Evil 3. You can tell which one the Carlos is.
Ooh, that's good. The Sampere part is colored by Alejandro Sanchez, and the Craig bits are colored by Mike Spicer. And then we have a double page spread right in the middle, drawn by Dan Mora, colored by Tamara Bonvillain, friend of the pod. And lettering is by Steve Wands. Like I said, this book is a pile of bullshit, and this is my description of it. It's a new day in the DCU. Again, look at all those Justice Leaguers. Wait up. What's up with Darkseid? The Legion of who? That's it. That's it. Did you read this, Lan?
I did, unfortunately.
Okay.
Here's what I'll say.
Uh-huh.
You know that part in Matrix 3 where the guys we're becoming increasingly efficient.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
I don't think we're at that point yet. I don't think we're increasingly efficient yet. However, this is a very interesting thing to look at in the context of not only the thing that came right before it, which is Absolute Power, but also the Kickstarter to its across the aisle counterpart, Ultimate Invasion / Ultimate Universe.
Yeah. I will say, Absolute Power, absolute horrible
absolute dog water. Am I right?
It's
absolute
so bad.
Dog
also,
water.
it truly has nothing to do with the absolute stuff. Like it's funny because I could have galaxy brained my way into being like Absolute Power. It's so stupid to do that though that I didn't even think about it. Because Absolute Power kind of leads into All In, but really it doesn't. It's like there was an event and now this is All In Special is really a Marvel Point 1.
This is literally just the After Effects. But it's not even like a crazy After. It's not like
it's like 1% After Effects and then 99% setup for stuff that's not even absolute, right? The Wes Craig half is absolute stuff, and I think that's cool. I also, but Salt, did you look at the pictures?
Keegan,
see some of the.
I'm a man of my word. I did look at the pictures.
Okay, which pictures did you like more?
Well, like Lan said, hate is a strong word, and it's worth realizing that like is also a strong word. I think it's worth noting that the first superhero we see is Superman with lip filler. This is a 2026 comic.
Is it Bushido Superman? Is that?
This
very
thing
handsome
is,
man.
Here's why I didn't read this. This thing is radiating just trash particles. This is not. There's no authorial intent here. This whole thing screams editorial.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good comic. It's not. I mean, what I will give it is that Spectre Darkseid is kind of sick, and the annoying nerds who are like immediately opposed to that because Spectre's too cool or whatever can go find a trash can.
Here's the thing.
Spectre Darkseid's kind of cool. I'm not saying the execution's good. The concept though is like
the execution is very Scott Snyder.
Right.
In parentheses,
it's power
derogatory.
Scaling. Yeah. Yes.
Here's what I'll say. The first note I have is the fact that this came out at the same time as Chip Zdarsky's last volume of Batman. Saw that ad in there, and I was like,
yeah. No, that's crazy,
Damn.
right? Yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay, I have a question that will seem unrelated, but it's very pertinent to all of this.
I like it.
oh boy.
In our lifetimes, what is your tally of like ongoing alternate universes from DC? Because the only one I've got is the Earth 1 lineup. I thought about All-Star, but those were intended to be like minis, right?
Yeah.
Earth 1 is
so you're
the
talking
only
about
thing I
ongoings?
could think of. Ongoing. Or intended to be.
attempts to like create.
Yeah, intended to be ongoings. That's see. Oh wait,
Earth 2.
Earth 2.
Earth 2. Yeah.
What was Earth 2?
There's Earth 2. It's the gay
buddy.
one. It's the gay Earth.
It's the gay one. It's the gay one.
Not really.
Okay.
But there's Bombshells, which is like a weird example, but it's like digital only. Injustice is kind of true, but that one's hard because it was originally a video game, but there was an ongoing comic.
Deceased.
Deceased is a series of minis.
Yeah,
but
but
the weird,
like, in the same way
it gets
that
an asterisk because it's like always publishing something, So like they go on to the next mini.
I ask because Earth 1 feels like kind of a proto attempt of this, like the Straczynski Superman, the Jeff Johns Batman. Yeah. And like maybe that'd be worth getting into on a later episode, but like those books launched without something like this. They just put out the Superman book. They just put out the Batman book.
Those weren't single issues either though, right?
This feels...
Those are full OGNs, yeah.
They were always OGNs. Okay, sorry.
But they're meant to be ongoing, But
like there would be more.
my crank theory for this is there finally someone had a good idea at DC and said like, hey, what if we do the thing people have always said we're going to do? We do Ultimate DC. You know, we got to name it our own thing. We make it absolute. And, you know, they start putting out the calls to the creators to build this lineup. And then some guy in the office who's like always hitting his head with a hammer. He just looks like Daffy Duck. He's like, but what if we do a Crisis style event to tie in with
That
it?
man's name, Scott Snyder.
Yeah.
Because this feels so divorced from everything I read.
Yeah.
And it actually feels like against the mission statement, because the appeal of the Absolute books is they're the most new reader-friendly thing you can pick up. And this is weighed down with so much garbage. It's completely antithetical to the mission statement.
The fact that like it hangs over all the books, right?
Yeah.
Like the expectation is
more later, but
this,
yes.
It's weird.
This is,
That's an interesting thing to say, because like it does and it doesn't. I feel like it's so quickly washed from the mind too, though.
No, Lan has a
that's
really
the
good
thing.
point in the funniest way. We'll
we'll get to see, this is what I mean, the mind meld I think is starting to happen here.
Yeah, actually, you know what, this is the perfect segue. Can we jump into Absolute Batman?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, so on that note,
okay.
Actually,
What were you
one
gonna
last
say,
note
Keegan?
one last note on All In.
Yeah.
I have two. I took two notes for this. One was it's a veritable who's who of forgotten DC characters like Zoriel and Eclipso, and then the next one is Darkseid was, which is a real thing, a real quote from this issue.
God.
That unseated long forgotten parts of my memory, just trauma.
Horrible. I do love Wes Craig, and
Wes Craig is great. Yes,
it's still not a good, like, that half of the comic is still not good.
It's not good, but it's nice to look at.
But like, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun to look at. Exactly. And the less said about the All-In special, the better. It really is for the main line anyway. It doesn't do anything for Absolute
It's
books.
for DCKO, starring Annabelle and Homelander.
You're right. So let's slide right into Batman. Salt, you're going to talk first on Batman. I'm just going to introduce Batman. Absolute Batman, released in October 2024, just like the All-In special. I think either 1 or 2 weeks later. I didn't get the exact days because I don't fucking care. Released October 2024, written by Scott Snyder, line art by Nick Dragotta, colors by Frank Martin. I didn't get letters. I don't remember who lettered this one. So, oh well. My short synopsis is Alfred Pennyworth is some kind of fucking pig fucker cop son of a bitch who is returning to Gotham. Bruce Wayne is some kind of steroidal freak with PTSD who wants to change the world. Maybe he will. Salt, you were trying to connect the dots between the All-In special and Batman. What's this doc you're trying to connect?
Oh, it's awful, dude. So let's pretend you recommend this to someone who doesn't know any of the continuity horse crap with DC, right? You pick up the trade, and I have the physical trade for Absolute Batman. You pick it up at the LCS or the Normie bookstore. You're like, all right,
YouTube
cool.
Shorts.
Or YouTube Shorts. Yeah, consume it via YouTube Shorts. Correct. Yes.
So I'm gonna read the back. The back has some nice interior art recopied, and then it says this: without the mansion, without the money, without the butler, what's left is the absolute Dark Knight. I'm like, oh, okay, this is very exciting, different Batman than I know. Then it does a short plot synopsis, and the next sentence goes like this. The Absolute Universe, born out of the Justice League's apocalyptic battle with Darkseid.
Oh my god!
like, I love that DC like made this money printer comic and then like put on this repellent copy on the back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane that they did that.
The more wild thing to me is that they didn't know. They didn't really shot call here, right? But
Do
like,
you think that? Do you really think that? Like,
line,
it's
the absolute line floated all in, right? Like it raised the water level on a bunch of other books. Superman sold better.
Yeah.
Everything sold better, right? Because of Basic Really. I mean, I don't want to be mean to the other books, but is Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman got people buying other books, and it happened backwards from what. And I don't know what they thought, right? But like the all-in launch titles did better because of the Absolute stuff. And it's so funny because like the whole line was called All In. You could skip All In completely by accident, not realizing it was supposed to set up Absolute. That's hilarious.
Salt, I want you to think about this. Someone bought Absolute Batman #1, and then their next instinct was to buy an issue of Chip Zdarsky's last volume of Batman.
Yeah,
two ghosts came out at the same time.
That's the coolest guy ever. What do you mean? I need to talk to him. I need to find that guy. He probably had a great time.
Okay, I'm done talking about that special. I'm ready for Absolute Batman. Lead the way.
The real
Absolute Batman. This book, there's a 0% impossibility that either of you knew nothing about this book, mostly because I've talked about this book a little bit.
Issue.
You own the first issue. I actually,
I guess to spoil the game, but there are several issues, several of these first issues that I've already read.
So
prior to this.
What are your reactions to this first issue? The main thing is, and either one of you can go first. Saul already talked, so I guess
Saul goes first.
Okay. Like, what are your reactions to this first issue? Does it make you want to keep going?
Yeah, I think this rocks. It's fun to read something that got hyped as hard as hell, and it lives up to the hype. But this is great.
Nice. All right, Lan.
To pull a quote from the second season of Squid Game, I've played these games before. It's very competently written. It's great action, especially from Dragata. Frank Martin's colors are Jesus Christ, like insane, fucking insane. The way that Dragata draws Batman in shadow during a lot of the cut scenes, action scenes, great. But as soon as you get to the end, that creeping feeling just starts coming, and I remember who's writing this comic, and I'm like, yes, mother's still alive. I'm sure she's gonna be part of the Court of the Owls. Oh, what's this? A post-credit scene with Joker? And the gimmick is, and I quote here, "You didn't hear? The guy never laughs. Not at anything. Ever."
He never laughs, Lan. It's not a funny thing. Laughs. It's really worrisome. You're supposed to be
worrisome. Scared. They call, in the main universe, they call him the man who laughs. Zoomer.
Oh, yeah. In a different universe.
In a different universe, he's a man who laughs. And there was actually a Batman. I'm not sure if you know this, Salt. There's a Batman who was also a Joker, and he is a bat who laughs. Yeah. Did you know this, Salt?
That's my jaw hitting the floor.
It's
insane. Can you believe who made that? Can you believe who came up with such an idea?
Zoomers can't appreciate such fucking gold as the Batman who laughs. Okay.
So here's the thing. I've hated on Snyder a lot because the only Snyder thing I read before this was that. What was it even called? The Road Trip America comic?
Oh, God. Open Country?
Undiscovered Country.
Undiscovered Country. Undiscovered. So bad.
So look.
Wait. That was your first Snyder exposure?
Lan. We've been over this. Yeah. This is go listen to our podcast.
Right. Go listen to our episode on Undiscovered Country.
Yeah, Lan, you need to listen to it.
See, anyway. this is it's called a segue. It's called what's it called? A callback. It's called advertising.
It's advertising, right? Advertisement.
So yeah, I already thought very low of Snyder, and I went into this with an open mind, and I knew I was going to love the Dragata art. Because of the funny way we're structuring this, I've read most of this first volume already, and I'm not letting that color what I'm saying about this so-called pilot issue. But yeah, I'm going to have more criticisms for Snyder later, and he deserves them. But to his credit, I really think he is a writer who has to some degree, learned the art of getting out of the way of the art. And that's what I don't like about a lot of modern superhero stuff, is the writers are too writerly. They're not letting the artist flex their muscle, do their thing. This is Dragata's show, and like everything.
I think he's really good at it when it counts, like the action scenes. Yeah. But then the narration in the rest of the issue is very heavy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. It's interesting because this interacts so much for me with previous things Snyder wrote, in particular the New 52 Batman. Right. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of thoughts about that, and I will hold them until we're covering the actual book. But for me, the narrative is. I mean, for me, there's two things. One, the New 52 Batman was like a big entry point for comics for me. And I've reread it. I love a lot of that run of the actual New 52, right? I think it's fair to lump in all the other bullshit Batman stuff he did, even during and after. But like, I think of the New 52 run as its own thing, because that's basically how I experienced it initially. And so it's very, there's a lot there that my brain just ping pongs between in a way that I like, is positive to me. But I also like, I listened to a couple interviews, and he's such a dumb guy. He's so stupid.
Do I get anything if I properly, like, if my prediction, because again, I haven't been following this stuff at all.
I don't believe you. Martha... You're in Discords. People share screenshots. You've clicked on spoilers. Anyway,
not in our Discord.
Sure.
No one's posted anything about this in our Discord. Anyway, if my prediction that either his mother or members of his little friend group his Rogues Gallery friend group end up being members of the Court of Owls, what do I get?
Nothing, because you're on the internet, so spoilers aren't real.
You get to do as many memes as you want, making fun of Keegan as Hal Jordan.
Yeah. Also, you can make fun of this book.
Okay, yes.
That's what you get. You get to make fun of this. You get to say on the podcast that this book is better than Ultimate Spider-Man. I mean, sorry, that Ultimate Spider-Man is better than this book.
The thing is, it brings me no joy making fun of this comic, because it's like, here's what I'll say. My final take on this first issue. Very good, very well structured, very good issue. It is the equivalent of I'm sure I've sent this video in our chat before. Red Rolls, White Ceiling. The freestyle that the game spits every time. Every time he comes up with the same freestyle: red rolls, white ceiling, red rolls, white ceiling, red rolls, white ceiling.
Yeah.
That's what
Fair.
it is. It's
that's fine.
We're moving on.
We're moving on. Yeah. We're talking in circles at a certain point. Salt, you're gonna keep reading this. We're gonna talk about this in a bonus episode. Lan, are you gonna keep reading this?
Here's the surprising part. I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
And the reason why is because I looked at the rest of the books, and I realized that if I don't say yes to one of these things, we're not gonna have a second episode for my part.
Yeah, I honestly, you know what, my call sheet bet died right now, because I bet that we were only gonna record one. So goddamn it.
I want to make one more note. I do this for the content. I want to make one more note about Dragata, because most of my notes are about art here.
Nice.
I think Dragata pulled off a really cool, enviable trick in superhero comics, which is this design of Batman is a character that, as long as this book has been going, only he can draw, with the exception being Ramon Villalobos. No one else can draw this character correctly. And that takes a certain skill. That's a good sort of a brand protection, let's call it.
I'm interested in continuing that. And I also want to say one other thing for this. So first of all, the next episodes are only going to be on the Patreon. So patreon.com/midnightgrappleanimals. And then for both of you, read as much of these things as you want before we get there. I am all the way up to date on everything. So read whatever amount you want. If you want to catch all the way up, I don't care. If you want to read the first 2 trades of something, I don't care. Just let me know before we record. We're not going to heavy summarize because it's annoying and it's a bonus episode too. So we'll talk about that in the actual bonus episode, what we're covering. So initially it's gonna be at least the first trade of everything. So both of you are reading at least the first trade of Absolute Batman. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to get into that more.
Enjoy this high while you can. It won't last long.
Yeah. Next up is Absolute Wonder Woman. This released I think this one was a week after Absolute Batman. Yeah, it was. So it released also in October 2024, written by Kelly Thompson, line art by Hayden Sherman, color art by Jordi Belair, lettered by Becca Carey. This is The Last Amazons Part 1. The Last of the Amazons? Last Amazon? I don't know.
Sure.
Autocorrect did something. I don't care. Diana, the Princess of Hell, learns she is an Amazon and goes on to protect the world from some flying monsters with her giant sword. Salt went first last time. Lan, how do you feel about this first issue? Did it make you want to read more?
This is a comic made for the eldest daughters. Am I right, eldest daughters? Shout out, eldest daughters.
Boo this man.
I like this episode.
Boo.
I like this issue a lot.
Oh, okay. Eldest daughter. Shouts.
Yeah, I'm
Gender's
I'm the
fake.
oldest child. Gender's
Yeah.
fake. Anyone can be an eldest daughter. It's a mindset.
Yeah.
No, I really like this episode. I keep saying episode. This issue.
It's KRA,
starts with
it's bleeding in.
Yeah. It starts with the big pyramid from Tostarena Kingdom from Super Mario Odyssey.
We love
really-
Land's references. We're always here for them, folks.
How can you go wrong when you start that way? The art is just so fucking beautiful. I'm just like, wow. Thank God women are real. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be fearsome. How can we get anything done? I'd be too busy bowing.
It's funny. I really don't have many notes on this one because I was just what's the word? Basking in the afterglow, I guess. Actually, one thing I will say, because Diana says Amazon repeatedly near the end, the whole time I was thinking, wow, she's just like Kamen Rider Amazon. Diana rising from the earth. Amazon.
Quick question, Lan. Did you read this when it came out, or did you wait till now to read this?
This one I didn't read when it came out, but I did read prior to us recording.
Okay.
Us thinking about this.
Yeah. You found an opportunity. Okay. I'm gonna wait to ask the real question till the end. And you like it. Salt, how was this episode? How was this issue? How'd you like it?
It's happened to all of us.
Happened again. I know. I'm gonna kill myself.
This episode was a 10 out of 10. I adored this book.
Nice.
Yeah, I think one thing it gets right above all else is so many moments feel like moments. Like the art is so perfectly paced. There's montages, there's like zooms, like there's so much intention from Thompson and Sherman. Like this is like Lan said, this is a great comic. You can just bask in it.
All right, so both of you want to continue it?
Yeah, pretty simple. Like I honestly don't have much else to say. Like it's well done. Yeah. Good issue.
I am
my other note is Wonder Woman's always had kind of an odd relationship to Greek mythology. Like I understand it's supposed to be there in the beginning, but like so many versions of Wonder Woman I've seen, like the Greek mythology never feels like it's really gelling. And this is like a revenge story. It's very much like God of War. I love God of War, so I'm really down for this.
Very cool. I'm excited to talk about Batman. I'm really excited to talk about Wonder Woman with both of you for kind of similar reasons too. It's really interesting. As someone who last year I I feel like I talked about it on podcasts a lot, but I've read a bunch of Snyder books, comics before Absolute Batman came out. I read a ton of Kelly Thompson before Wonder Woman, and I did the same thing for Superman. Very interesting, very, very interesting stuff there that I will unpack more once you guys have read more of it. But cool, I'm happy you guys like it. This is a great book. So ready to move on? We ready to move on? Moving on.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful art also. Just really ridiculous.
Yes.
Just I guess one short little note. Again, I don't want to get into a lot of opinion here because what's the point? Don't want to hear myself talk. Hayden Sherman at one point there were 3 comics for I think 4 months. There were 3 comics monthly with his name on them coming out at the same time. Yeah,
Their name.
Absolutely, their name on it.
Sherman's non-binary.
Apologies. Hayden Sherman is non-binary. Their name was on 3 different comics that were being published monthly, though, at the same time. Absolutely insane. Obviously, there's some wonky publishing and drawing schedules there that they were not drawing they were not drawing 3 pages a day or anything like that. But they were drawing more than 1 page a day, more than likely, and they continue to have a really aggressive schedule. So props for looking so good and having such an insane publishing schedule. Really excited that we're continuing that one. I figured one of you would, but still.
Which one?
Next up.
Which one
Wonder
did you
Woman.
expect? No. Which one did you expect to continue on with it?
I had no predictions about you, Lan. So
Interesting. Your Calcio bets fucking sucks.
No.
Your Calcio parlay fucking sucks.
I kind of half expected. I was like, what if Salt goes with none? But I was also like, I feel like I set the table too well by doing Ultimate stuff first and then this, that it really, I think we swung the pendulum toward Absolute, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind. So I didn't really think strongly about Wonder Woman, though, because it's such a good book. It's very easy to convince people to read this one. I think. Kind of one of the obvious ones. Speaking of one of the obvious ones, Absolute Superman. Published in November 2024. This one was written by Jason Aaron. Line art by Rafa Sandoval. Colors by Ulysses Areola Palomera. Who knows? Lettered by Becca Carey. This issue is titled "The Last Dust of Krypton Part 1." Krypton is a world with a strict class system. It is dying from it. Superman's parents are part of the laborer class for political reasons. Earth is a planet that is probably dying from its class system, but maybe Superman can fix it. He's helping workers around the world and getting them all in trouble. He punches some peacemakers and gets captured by fascist Lois Lane. Salt, how'd you feel about Absolute Superman #1?
So I've realized something, Keegan.
Is it
The
the same
format of
realization
this.
I had? Oh.
Well, maybe, Lan. I do feel the mind meld, if you feel it.
Oh, well, I'm feeling tingly. Yeah.
Yeah. The format of this episode is such that stuff we really like, we got to blow through because we'll really get into detail for the Patreon episodes, right? The stuff we do not like is where we get to get our shit off.
Right. Which is why this one will be a fun episode. There's something to talk about.
This issue bravely asks, what if Superman was Indian?
Okay. Yeah. Or Brazilian, kind of, right?
Land the meld! I have this written down!
It's there. Because the second I saw the system of hierarchies and I saw the symbols and I saw that farmers were the lowest caste, I'm like, Jason Aaron's been to India. I see.
Much to think about.
It's also a horrible understanding of the caste system. just putting it out there.
Yeah, I mean, what do you expect? Come on.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of having a lot to say about stuff we didn't like, I actually wrote something about this. Can I do my thing?
I love
All right,
it.
here we go. This feels like it's halfway towards a uniquely memorable new take on Superman. Usually in a Superman story, I want as little Krypton as possible, but Krypton is the strongest aspect of this story. Krypton as a sci-fi wonderland beholden to a conservative caste system is something I haven't seen. It has potential. The idea to make the Elves farmers like the Kents is also something I'm surprised I haven't seen before. Despite some of this feeling clunky, this is the part of the story that works, which surprises me. I usually never want any Krypton in a Superman story. The art is largely where much of my distaste originates, and more specifically, the art's relationship to the text. Not to get all Grant Morrison on here, but Action Comics 1 did completely change the game, and part of why that's true is because Schuster's art was able to appropriately express the broad physicality that Siegel wanted to depict in Superman. Maybe Sandoval is better in other series or later on in this series, but his Superman feels too static. All his big action sequences feel pretty weightless and vague. There's a line too by Aaron where he writes how the suit can morph and adapt to different needs, and that never happens on any page. That really made me mad. I'm done.
I wanted to see him get goosed up, goose him up a bit, put some roids in his suit, God,
this one's a weird one.
Let's for me, I want to start with the cast system because I'm like, okay, in theory, that is a very interesting take on Krypton, right? Like, and again, mind melt with Salt here. The Krypton stuff is easily the most interesting stuff in this issue. That being said, a labor class that extends from service workers to engineers and scientists is fucking crazy. And it.
Wait. Well, I don't know if I'm combining future issue stuff though, because what engineers and scientists? Because I think those are two different classes. His dad is like literally he's digging holes, right? Like he is digging the mines physically.
Like, and his mom's a mechanic,
smart.
Right?
He's a smart man. She's a mechanic, but she is like physically doing the labor of being a mechanic. Does that make sense? Like, she can build new things. They're particularly intelligent. And I don't know if I'm pulling stuff from other things. So like, they are smart and they do extra stuff. But they're in the cast that is laborers.
Perhaps it's my rather very human alien human understanding of what it takes to do labor. Perhaps science comes easy to them. Well,
no, I mean, again, I don't know if I'm pulling stuff from other things, from future issues. Your concern might be answered in the book. Future issues, okay. I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll never know.
And also, I'm just kind of
spoil things.
Fair enough.
All right, big Krypton.
Here's what I will say: the League of Middle Management is so good. Unfortunately, there's some really funny bits here and there within this issue, and I wish it leaned more into the funny stuff. Like, I think there is a world where it would be really funny to have one of the flagships of this line be a totally comedic take on a very serious, backstory, right? Or it's like, well, just make it, what's the parody West Wing? The one where, Veep. Why did I call it the parody West Wing?
I had a similar revelation right before we recorded this. I was thinking a lot about the diversity or lack thereof behind the Absolute line. And I think Superman should have been like one of those horny books for women where you make like Clark Kent like the office hot guy.
Yeah.
And
well, we just saw that. There was that post in our Discord. Somebody shared a comic that was like Clark Kent was being a centrist newsman, right? Which is cover for being Superman. And that's great. Like, just do that was
awesome. But I mean, like earnestly, like sexy version of that, where like there's always that red on the cheeks.
Nobody's alive in the in the North American comic book industry that could do that though. Like
I think there's like
I think there's
women
people
and gay
there.
guys who could do it.
Webcomicists. No, like somebody in the big two. They're not there.
Here's
Like-
what I'll say, and I don't want to spoil too much of my thoughts on Absolute Flash here, but I think Nick Robles doing this book.
Artists,
Could do this.
artists can do that. I'm saying writers. The book would be horrible.
Writers.
Who'd you get? Who are you gonna get? Who's the annoying guy that we don't like? Lan? Oh wait, that's all of them. That's literally every guy that Lan.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like,
can
what?
name.
Which?
I was
mean,
thinking
the
of Steve
irony-
Orlando, actually. Who's I was thinking of.
okay.
Like,
One of the
I think
Steves.
I think
have
Kelly
names that
Thompson
could,
probably
but they're-
could have done it. You know,
I would love
she's doing
to have
Wonder
that
Woman.
conversation.
Oh, Thompson.
I would
Okay.
love to have that conversation. I don't agree, but I would love to have that conversation. Like I do know names, right? But they're not people who are working in the big two. And like that's one of the things about all of these people are doing work current. Like they got pulled from something, or even Hayden Sherman. We talk about how great they are. They're from the Scott Snyder minds, you know? Like that's where Hayden became a name, really.
And the
like,
Bendis Minds too, right?
well, I don't know.
Or am I mixing up?
I just
don't
know from Snyder's like Comixology and Dark Horse stuff, and then I mean Sherman is just a workhorse, but it's just the kind of thing of like you're correct, Salt, but a lot of the times I think fans will say stuff like that, and it's like, who's gonna write it? Steve Orlando? Like you gonna get Hive Mind, right? Like the bread and butter
Prime
of this
Chip
stuff.
Starsky.
He'd be funny. I think we need him on a funny book. He needs to go to a funny book.
He needs to
for
stop
sure.
being serious. Yes,
He
sometimes
needs to stop being serious. He needs to go back to being funny. You're not Jordan Peele. You're not Jordan Peele, buddy.
Yeah, you're more of a Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hey.
Rest in peace,
Talk to
Robin
someone. Talk to
Williams.
someone, okay? Anyway, so sorry I got all loud and I said you're wrong. And you have a very good idea. I just think if Scott Snyder tried to find somebody to execute that idea, we would like it less than we like this book. That's more what I'm saying.
It's an idea. You know, here's what I'll say. Salt, you're just like Marty McFly right now.
Oh yeah.
You guys probably don't like your
Johnny
kids
be
are gonna
good,
love
man.
it.
The kids are gonna love it.
I'm transporting a pedophile's music to the past.
Oh, that was good. You got him. Okay, Superman. You guys talked a lot about it. I'm not gonna get to talk about this, so I am gonna. This is a fascinating comic book to me. I am still reading this book. I am fully. Actually, there's one issue that I haven't read. Same thing with Wonder Woman and Flash. The newest issues.
Isn't it crazy
from
that
last
this is
week
a
or this week.
flagship? You know, like of the big three. Like the
Arguably,
big
right?
you
I
know?
think if you look at sales, it's not. Right.
Sure.
It was a launch title, but it's a Trinity. Superman's important. So this does something similarly to Batman and Wonder Woman that people on the Patreon will get to hear me talk about. And they distilled a lot of different takes on Superman down into what we have here, right? There's Man of Steel, there's New 52 Superman in here quite a bit. You get the worker rights Superman, which is New 52 Superman, and it really is those two predominantly. It's Man of Steel and Morrison's take on Superman, which really makes sense with Jason Aaron at the helm. A lot of anti-capitalism stuff that's not quite right. It doesn't quite land the way it needs to, and it's not quite cool enough. I think maybe. Artist complaints are fair. Juan Ferreira, I believe, is doing the book right now, the current arc, and it is
interesting.
It's so good looking. It's so much better. And Raphael Albuquerque was supposed to do Raphael Albuquerque. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think so. He was supposed to do it, but the floods stopped him. The flooding in Brazil stopped him from being able to do it, something like that. He had life happen, so he wasn't able to do it, and I think it probably would have looked better, and it would have been another Snyder connection. Not really a lot more to say about this issue. I don't think this issue sells the absolute insanity that this book tries to sell in itself. People really don't like this one on Twitter. Also, people really hate this one.
Here's what I'll say.
They call it racist.
It's the one that feels the most primed to be invaded by bullshit from the All In special.
I don't know if that's just the Jason Aaronisms, though.
I don't know.
There's a different book I think is way more likely, but I've read a lot more of these things.
Yeah, but I think it's maybe it is the Jason Aaron of it. Maybe it's the Superman of it too, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a real veritable perpetual stew of bullshit.
Yeah,
that's seated within this book.
Yeah, Jason Aaron just really earned me trying out whatever he does. I even read some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for him. I didn't keep going because that was really boring, but this one I will probably stick with for quite some time, even though it has disappointed me greatly.
You could do like a third branch of this. It's like the episode's me, episode's Lan, and it's you talking to you.
Why am I reading Absolute Superman? Why would you do this to yourself?
Keegan on Keegan.
Yeah. I have a mirror in front of me. Anyway, truly a fascinating book. Yeah, let's move on. Next one is in order. Now we're getting into order of publication. So it's been a bit, the first it's been 6 months, November till March, so whatever, 5 months, I don't care. Next book up, released in March 2025, it's Absolute Flash, written by Jeff Lemire, line art by Nick Robles, color art by Adriana Lucas, and letters by Tom Napolitano. The title is Of Two Worlds Part 1. Wally West is an emotional young boy living on a military base with his scientist single father. He's got some weird time travel stuff going on, and he apparently killed Barry. Good riddance. Which is why the Absolute Rogues are going after him. Lan, you love this one? You love this one?
Can we pass it to Salt first?
Salt, did you love this one?
Keegan, I have 2 words in my notes.
Okay.
Surf Dracula.
Yeah. Absolutely.
This is a miss. The amount by which this was set up for you, like, you just got to draw that guy running and you got a book. I mean, I did compare all these books to their original incarnations. I am going to compare Absolute Superman to Action 1, and I think Action 1 still really holds up. But the Flash is a guy who runs around. That's his thing. He does stuff fast. This is nothing.
Real bad first issue. Gotta be real. Real bad first issue.
I was thinking about this because I'm like, a lot of these issues take pretty big swings on their concepts, right?
Sure.
Even though if they're not
so far, right? The first
three,
all three are like, okay, this is different. This is like,
yeah, like it's not, mind blowing, but you can say that there is a very significant shift away from the source
Batman's
material.
thing is a school shooting. That's pretty significantly different, right? Like that's an update for 2024.
Yeah, and he's not rich, which is another aspect. But
sure.
That's a swing. Wonder Woman being basically raised in hell is a swing, and Superman basically living until he was a tween with his parents before getting shunted off to Earth. There's a lot of swings, basically quite a lot of swings in here. This one, you could very easily slot this into the main universe without having to change too much.
Yeah.
A lot of the beats are the same. It's just that you've changed the occupations of some folks. Barry Allen is no longer a forensic scientist. He's a scientist working for Project Olympus. Rudy West is still an army guy. It's just he's also working on this thing.
Yeah. In that way, this feels like the most like a New 52 book.
I think
like
this. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what this is. This feels like a New 52 retelling of the Flash origin, specifically Wally's origin, right? Like dead Barry Allen passed on the Speed Force.
To be clear.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If your big change is you killed Barry Allen, good, huge improvement.
It's amazing they messed that up though.
Yeah, but it's crazy because again,
still around so much.
Wally West's origin is also a dead Barry Allen. Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Like where Wally West really started.
Wally Flash.
Sorry, yes, Wally West.
He
was
had
Flash.
quite some time as
he did have some
superhero
time. Yes, he
before
did.
that. But sure, yes.
Right, but that's what I mean. Like this is basically foreshortening all that period where he was, this sidekick.
It is removing a crisis. It is removing one crisis, which
are we? Is it? Let's not hold our breath. Let's not hold our breath too early now.
Hey! Yeah. I saw the last page. I haven't read it yet. I know, but I'm not happy about it.
On Land's note of the new 52ness, like the Rogues Gallery feels like New 52. These costumes are bad.
Horrible. Jim Lee will no. I don't care. Don't post good things about him. This is his fault. Why do they all have collars? Why do they all have collars that zip up to the chin? No.
Yeah. Is this Captain Cold? Is this Captain Boomerang?
This is
the
Snart.
camo
Both
pants?
of them are present.
This is Snart. One of my 2 notes on this issue is Snart. Literally just the word Snart.
Snart.
Like where, like
Snart.
This could have used some of the homosexuality of the CW shows. Especially
that's a great Captain Cold.
He's a great Captain Cold. I love him. Wentworth Miller is fantastic. Robles is so good too. I know there was a little. I don't know. How'd you guys feel about the art? It's good.
I think Robles and Lucas do a good job of hitting like the neon colors. It's like the flashy bits of that first page. Nice, cool, but otherwise,
anything good I have to say about this book is later on, and it's not a lot. It's not. a lot.
Also, is that stupid fucking monkey Gorilla Grodd?
Why do you? No, you don't get to know. You just don't get to know ever. No, that's Punch the monkey. Okay, that is Punch.
Oh,
his name is Punch. He's abandoned by his mother. He has to be loved. I like the monkey quite a bit going forward in the series. Again, this is like the most standard superhero book you could imagine. Not a good issue. First issue,
very much.
Yeah,
it's very much in Lemire's wheelhouse.
Yep.
Which isn't to say that like Lemire doesn't have good books. It's like this is
a Lemire comic book.
This is a Lemire comic book.
Yeah, and like
if I'm being real mean, it's a Higgins comic book.
There's overlap. There's overlap there.
There's it's a Venn diagram.
If they traded what they are doing, I bet both would improve. Right? If Lemire just had to do Power Rangers for a year, I bet he would. I bet one Power Rangers book would get better. 2, I think he would get better. But, I think both of them would get better if you just forced them to do something. He really just does things he's interested in doing, and that's good sometimes. And sometimes it's like, dude, you need to write Punisher and like figure something out. Figure out your life, dude. Are either of you interested in reading more of Absolute the Flash?
God, no.
What can you do to convince me?
I don't. I have
nothing,
no interest
right?
in that.
Let's move on.
I have no interest in doing that. It's the real thing. Read the second issue, and you won't want to read the third. Like I'll say if I have any the first Flash book, and hopefully only run I ever read is the Manipal series, right? The New 52.
Yes.
I tried Wade. Boring. Boring. I couldn't get through a single issue.
I'm glad you're 0 for 2
issues
on Flash runs written by Torontonians.
Sorry, Canadians. Don't
Lemire,
just
Manipal,
write better things. Write better things.
They've worked on
write better characters.
And
I'm not saying
rejoice in that fact,
I'm not saying improve your writing. I'm saying the Flash. We don't need him. Flash out of here.
Here's the other aspect. I was never expecting this book to be a good book because it's a Flash book. We were talking about a character with perhaps
who is
the most abysmal.
He's not
the
good.
most abysmal hit rate
There's no
of
reason to read it.
any A-list superhero.
Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting a good book out of this.
So anyway, Manipal run, fantastic. I love it, and I love the way it depicts running. I like, he's an incredible artist, right? Cool.
Oh, so you're not 0 for 2. You're 1 for 2. That's good to
I'm
know.
1 for 2. It's the only Flash book that I think I'll ever like.
Manipul's from Scarborough. Manipul's from Scarborough.
okay.
So we take those. We take those.
But
We take those.
This I wasn't expecting to like to be, but I did try it when it came out, and I was like, I'm not reading more of this. So I read more of it for this to see if. But there's no point. No, it's a no, and I'm happy about that. So it's time to move on. I'm tired of talking about the Flash. Next up is a book I know Lan reads. Absolute Martian Manhunter, released in March of 2025. Written by Dennis Camp, with art by Javier Rodriguez, lettered by Hassan Otsmane-Elau. I did not write a summary for this one because I read it and I was so happy. So
How do you write a summary for it,
Salt.
honestly?
Salt, first of all, how did you read this book, Salt and Bank? How did you read
Well,
it? Did you buy that?
You asked me to buy a physical copy, and I tried,
Okay.
but my store was out. And I get why you asked me to get the physical copy, but I couldn't.
Okay.
So I read it digitally.
Okay. Okay. It's okay. I have read it digitally, and you get what it did, right, Salt? You get what happened.
It's
Okay.
I see.
It's so cool. Anyway, Salt, how'd you feel about this comic book?
So I had 2 words for Flash. I had 1 word for this one, which is
Okay.
Rodriguez, all caps.
He's crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
He rules.
he's a ridiculous talent. Like, and I know having read this book, it affected how much I love Defenders more when we covered all that, because it's like, look at what he can do. Whose brain is like this?
Yeah, I mean, this is just like watching a master at work. The pages don't appear that detailed at first, and then the longer you look at them, the more details you notice. It's great watching a master at work.
Right. And I mean, Lan's reading this monthly. Did you reread the first issue for this?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, it's just fun too. Is the
It
real
is.
answer?
It is.
It's just a fun read.
Literally,
A
just so
horrible
I could
fun
do
read.
just so I could do that last page thing.
Yeah. Hold it up to the
Yeah,
light
just
source.
hold it up.
Do you want to keep reading? You want to read more of this, Salt?
Absolutely.
Okay. The
You
easy.
don't-
Oh
easy
God,
pick.
that pun is so bad. No,
Yeah, I've said
no.
it too many times. I've said it so many times this episode already. It's disgusting.
Ugh.
Self-awareness is for fools, though. So just kill the thing that cringes. Don't. That's all you have to do. Kill the thing that cringes. Nothing more to say about this book. Go get it. Actually, crazy. So DC re-released all of their every absolute book. Actually, no, I'm lying. So far, I think it's only Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. They did a new printing for every issue that's out so far. So like my shop bought a certain number of all of 1 through 17 of 1 through 16 of, I might be wrong on that. Don't quote me. Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. And I think they're going to do a wave for the second wave too, for reprints, because I think Martian Manhunter #1 went to like 5 printings. So, it might be available again, but cool. Good. We'll talk more about it later. Which brings us to a very special comic.
Wait, I have to
really?
ask something before I forget.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I'm not asking you to change the program, all right?
Nope.
I'm curious, why did we not do Absolute Green Arrow?
Because it's not
It's
out
not
yet.
out yet.
Oh.
It has not released. I don't even know when it
Okay.
comes out, actually. It's in some
All
amount
right.
of time. We should at some point. I think
ARA bonus episode 3.
yeah. Well, we'll see. Anyway, yeah, that's why though. That's the answer. There is also
it starts in May. Got it. Okay.
there's some
Yeah.
other stuff, like there's a one shot thing, but that you don't. It's 1 year in, which is not. That's the title of the Ultimates version of it. So
Yeah.
don't get
Got
it twisted, huh? Okay, but there's some other additional stuff, but we don't have to worry about that until for some time. So okay, so both doing Martian Manhunter. All right, we're down. We're on the really special comic. Absolute Green Lantern. Currently, the little baby boy of the Absolute line. This was released in April 2025. This is written by our very own beloved Alistair Ewing, some are calling him. Line and color art. So I guess lines, inks, and color by Jonoy Lindsay, and letters by Lucas Gattoni. This issue is entitled The Black Hand. Hal Jordan is an awesome cop killer. A big Green Lantern symbol landed on a town and turned a guy into a puddle. Hal is friends with Joe, John, and Guy. Hal gets stressed out at a diner and causes perhaps some more deaths, and his friend Joe shows up at the end with a green aura and the Green Lantern symbol on her chest. Len, did you read this when it came out?
Here's what I'll tell you. So when we're recording this, the trailer for the Lanterns TV show has just come out.
So true.
A few days ago.
So
right?
true.
And of course, I'm very famous for while I do read everything. I'm not the kind of guy who reads, well before we record the episode. Right. That being said, I did read everything prior to today, or prior to
recording
this right. Anyway, I say this to say that I was looking at all the reactions to the Lanterns TV show trailer, which hilarious, by the way, some fantastic posts about it. In Darkest Day and Shittest Night. And during the process of going through this, I was thinking, man, wouldn't it be fucking crazy if they did something like this for Absolute Green Lantern? And it was at that moment that I realized that there already was an Absolute Green Lantern book that I had completely forgotten about.
Oh.
And that prior to recording this episode, if it weren't for this shit ass trailer, I probably would have never read because I forgot it existed.
You really are you do just be forgetting Al Ewing comics, though. You forgot to assign Venom to us for the homework for the catch-up episodes. You completely forgot that Absolute Green Lantern exists. Just really erasing his peripheral books off of the brain.
Go run that back real quick. Hold on. What do you mean I forgot to assign Venom for? Oh, All New Venom.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That book does
See,
exist.
you even forgot that you forgot. See,
I forgot that I forgot
the brain
that I forgot.
The brain slippage. It's just slopping right off, which is good. I try to forget things. I put effort into forgetting as much as possible. I don't need all these thoughts.
So I say all this to say that my first exposure to Absolute Green Lantern, a book that I did know existed until for some reason I just forgot. For the past 3 weeks, I read it for the first time just about an hour ago.
Nice. Nice.
Just about an hour ago.
Awesome. All right. Question asked and answered. I do want to pivot to Salt here.
Because I want to give it to Salt. Is the most interesting.
Salt's not in the same corners of the internet as we are, so I know every opinion on this book that I have. But Salt, hey buddy, how'd this book treat you? How'd this 20 pages do? How'd it slither down the old gullet?
Short version is I am intrigued, but there's a lot of caveats.
Okay, let's get some of them caveats. There's one major one that we're all gonna say. Go ahead.
Okay, well, first of all, is I am comparing this to when we did the Ultimate ride along, and I think even when something doesn't gel with me here, it still leaves a better impression on me than Ultimate Universe, because so much of that Ultimate stuff I thought its problem was everything was being written in deference to the mainline universe. And so like even if there's a miss here, I'm willing to like be a little more forgiving with taking a big swing.
This is the reaction I expected from you, by the way. This book in particular is the one that I was like, oh, okay.
So there's things in here that work really well, and I think I'm open to it because you guys have, you've shown me so much Ewing stuff, and like I'm learning to appreciate Ewing.
I think we're not
like,
showing. Here's what I'll say. Just sorry to interject.
I
feel like we have been very bad co-hosts to you.
No, I disagree. This is the best way to introduce Ewing. This is a revelation that I've had on my mind for the past hour after reading this issue. I feel like we've been bad friends to you. I feel like we've been bad co-hosts to you. No.
I feel like we've been bad stewards.
So, wait. Before Lan even says any of that, how many issues of Immortal Hulk have you read?
Didn't we read like 50 of them?
What? Hulk.
Wait. Hulk.
Sorry.
Hulk.
Immortal Hulk.
Oh, no. I read 5.
5 issues. Okay. So we've gotten it going. Okay. And I will say, if we
the
were
fruits
to rank,
of that labor have yet to pay off, though.
If we were to rank Immortal Hulk issues, I think probably 2 of those first 5 are in the top 10. Probably. And I'm not saying there's big drop-offs or anything like that. I'm just saying maybe 1, maybe 2. 2 definitely in the top 10. They're in the top 20% of the book total. So it's not like Salt has read only bad Ewing comics. We just maybe haven't talked about
Thor was cool.
Thor was cool. He keeps reiterating that also. We kind of keep forgetting that Salt was into Immortal Thor.
Salt
he just
was
also
into Immortal Thor. I forgot about this.
He also said there was bad things in it, and that's okay. We can criticize things we like. And Salt's like
okay.
Ewing.
You're not ready for it yet, but your kids are gonna love Mortal Thor.
We'll get around to Guardians.
Kids are gonna love Mortal Thor.
We'll get around to Guardians.
You're not gonna like that Thor films his female employees in the bathroom, but yeah.
It's a problem. It's a
problematic.
We're addressing it.
So here's the thing with this book is like, if I'm being objective, I think it fails in for a lot of the same reasons that Flash fails. Like it's so strange to title it Green Lantern and to give me virtually 0 Green Lantern.
One page, yeah, and then the big symbol, but like still.
And again, like everything, I'm gonna compare it to debut issues. Like I've read the showcase debut of Hal Jordan, and like it's dated in certain ways, but you get to see him fly around and do cool Green Lantern stuff. Like what's so strange in this book is the decision to make Hal Jordan the villain, the Black Hand, works. It works really well overall, I'd say. But the focus being entirely on him and not letting me know. You know what's crazy? This book doesn't
sat his white ass down and read this book. That's for sure.
It's crazy that this book does not tell me the protagonist's name. I only found that out in like some interview with Ewing at the back of another book.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
It's funny that you say there's the good parts of this is like it's not recognizably Green Lantern, basically, right? Like the cool thing about this issue is that it's like, oh, this is completely surprising. I have no idea what this is really or how it relates to Green Lantern. However, which like it's interesting to hear that from you, because I mean I do know all of it. I do know Sojourner Joe Moline, like I know that character from other books. So like it's like Ewing is doing his typical, playing with canon bullshit. But it's like I also have a similar reaction to you, where it's just like, damn, this is cool that it's not recognizably Green Lantern, but like, is it a good issue? Is it a good first issue? Is like the crunchy,
does it
make me grind my teeth part.
Like to me, I think about what I said before with the other books is like, what is the big twist, right, of the source material, right? And here in this case, it is, well, Hal Jordan has the Black Hand, and yeah, that's it, right?
Look. This is what I'm gonna say on this one. The Flash, I have zero interest in convincing anybody to read that book ever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This book, there's two things I'm going to say about this book. One, it is buck wild. I see Ewing fans talk about this book being like, oh my God, this is the thing. This is the thing you should be reading. Ah. And I don't know that I agree. Like, people get overhyped on things very quickly.
Sure.
But like, what it's doing is so weird. Like, what it's doing is so weird. Like, you're saying like, oh, Hal being the Black Hand, and that's the start of it. But man, you really don't know. But you got to go like all the way to where it's at now. You got to get all the way to 12. Really?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I can see it pulling off like an Immortal Thor-esque gambit.
It's so weird though.
Right.
Like, it's so weird.
But do I have the? And first
if
off,
I can,
has it had enough runway for me to commit to seeing that through?
Yes. Yeah. You in particular. Yes. Correct. Yeah. It's so weird, man. It's so weird.
Is that the sound of Lan grinding his molars?
Yeah, can I unseat Batman then to swap into the?
I mean, what Green Lantern, I don't, man, if there's one that I could convince both of you to do, it would be Green Lantern. But I also am like, I think a lot of the things I think all of these books besides Batman are not good first issues, and they don't really show what they're doing until for the first full trade. And I'm including Wonder Woman in that too, because there's some stuff like Wonder Woman.
No, that is a good first issue.
I understand.
It's a good first issue.
Are you high on
I
drugs?
understand what both of you are saying. I understand,
but I think I see what you
monthly.
mean.
I read it monthly. I have a lot of opinions about Kelly Thompson and how she writes as well. That book really didn't convince me to be a monthly reader until issue 3. There's, and we could get into that more with issue 1. I do think the first issue is a complete issue, but I also don't think it's not fully doing the thing it's gonna do yet. Green Lantern is a really weird one though, guys. Like, it's a weird one that I understand if the weirdness. You don't even know how weird it is.
Hold on.
You don't even know how weird it is.
Time out real quick. Can we go over what our selections have been thus far?
You guys have picked the same things so far.
The mind meld.
It's Batman, Wonder Woman, and Martian Manhunter.
Unfortunately, Salt, we're mind melding a bit too hard, and I think it's not going to be good for the bonus episode.
Well,
here's what I'll do.
Look,
here's what I'll do.
I'm going to read this
Salt.
Damn what I'm saying is, no. Listen,
you know what?
Listen. What if you guys pick the same ones? We just do one episode, guys.
Oh shit, you're right.
There's no reason to not.
Oh,
the whole issue
right.
was, what if you guys picked different ones? But you naturally picked the same ones. We should celebrate
Salt,
that.
I'm dapping you up across the border
Let's
right
go.
now.
It makes things simpler for me. I would love, I figured Salt was already convinced. Lan, you're easy to convince on an Al Ewing book.
I'll say this, Keegan, because I read Immortal Hulk like a few weeks before this, I'm in, because that was really good.
Nice. I'm excited to actually talk about that, even though we have so much. There's so much we're gonna be doing. Daredevil's just looming in my mind.
So the caveats. Sorry, I realize we've been on some tangents, but I feel like we really do gotta talk about the one big caveat here, and Salt. Can we mind meld a bit more on this?
Yeah. So do you want?
you
want me to go? Because I know
you can start on this, and I'll fill in.
Oh yeah.
I'm not terribly familiar with Dragota. Everyone tells me how good he is, and I believe them. And the all the Batman I've read, I see it. Dragota has a really strong anime and manga influence. However, there are so many other influences in there that he's got his own style. It's Dragota. This guy, what's his name?
John Lindsay.
I think he. The nicest thing I say is I think he can grow, but this is very, very much like I watched Toonami or whatever and like wanted to do a webcomic style anime. Like, is that where you were going, Lan?
Yeah.
The general thing is he looks like a webtoons artist, and yeah.
I just I don't want to disparage the art too much because I think there are bits and pieces here that do work. The Abensur design here, neat, even if it is, very
a little penisy.
Well, I was gonna say Boo-esque from Dragon Ball Z.
I think
penisy works
he's
too.
a fleshy penisy color, but not all penises, but some penises.
He's kind of like if you
the
mixed,
shape is pretty phallic.
He's kind of like if you mixed the Boo with the Thumb People from the first Spy Kids movie, and also a bit of Martian Manhunter, but like specifically the really weird one from the one show, not the one show, the so penisy, to summarize.
Penisy.
I think one way that this art can get a lot better is if Sarah Lindsay didn't focus so much on the blur effect. And I say this with Simone de Meo's art. I say this with who's the other big one that uses blur.
What's often. Weird is I haven't seen the blur effect used on backgrounds so much, and I recognize backgrounds are hard. And to Lindsay's credit, the backgrounds here are fine. So I don't know why you would blur out your own background work so much.
Right. It's very distracting, I think. Yeah. And much in the way that comics can be a very cinematic art form, it's the same thing as like the Netflix effect. Yeah. Where like the shallow depth of field really adds a sense of cheapness, and it really undersells and undercuts a lot of the real skill like that is being put in. It's not to say that this is like a skillless art style. It's just that like the techniques, the digital techniques that are being used here really do undercut a lot of those skills.
Yeah. We've talked about this, like working artists who don't look great. I like to be a champion of them, right? We've had these conversations for different artists and being like, it's like I want the art to look good, but also you got to learn somewhere. And I'm happy for people to have opportunities to get better. So I hope Lindsay has a lot of time to draw some comic. It doesn't look good, and it's especially rough because it's like all of these books, including the fill-ins, get insane talent. Like you get deeper into Absolute Batman, like, and Marcos Martin.
Jim Lee really brought out the fucking checkbook for this one.
It's crazy.
That Paramount money is gonna go crazy on year 3 of Absolute Universe. Where Wonder Woman becomes a trad wife and Batman starts espousing
she has a baby. Value. She's gonna have a baby, Yeah, Batman switches to being a white supremacist. I could see this. And I know Sandoval is also got a little asterisk there. Even he wasn't
nothing changes about Absolute Superman under the Paramount regime.
They really start getting into the caste system. Actually, like they really start defining things.
This is actually great. The caste system on Krypton is fucking fantastic.
But like the whole artist situation is so weird because there are again even the fill-ins are so like, oh damn, you got them? That's crazy. And then Green Lantern just issue after issue is really like, okay, we get a growing artist on this, and it also just continues the century of Al Ewing's humiliation as far as who he gets paired with so frequently. But at
I
least
really don't want to
think
be too mean. I think Lindsay, he seems like a young guy, and I do want to see him like improve and grow.
That's my opinion too. It also is just like the prevailing, and he gets shit on so much online. Like I and sometimes most of it's some of it's private, but I've seen a lot, and it's just kind of like, that's rough. But it's cool. It's cool that he's on this. It's a very weird book. And, I hope him and Ewing like kind of grow together and do cool stuff on it. And it's like nice that the book's cool enough that I am not just totally like, this art just isn't doing it for me. It's a good, I think it's a good team in that way, because I think a lot of these books, if you put a different artist on it, it's probably less, it's less good, we'll say. So
who'da thunk it? If you put a less good artist on a comic, it looks less good.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. All right. Looks like we'll be covering Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Martian Manhunter, and Green Lantern for a bonus episode, which, if you're a listener, if you're a Patreon supporter, you get to listen to right now. We're going to be dropping that episode the same day as this episode is dropping. So go listen to it. Listen to this one first. If you listen to that one first, you're a weirdo. And that's cool. You gave us money, so you get to be a weirdo.
Spoiler. You spoiled yourself.
But if you are not, if you're not a patron,
little spoiler baby. Sorry.
No, you're good. You keep going. I like talking over you.
Spoiler.
You're not already a patron,
baby.
go to patreon.com/midnightgrappleranimals to
it's crazy.
be able to listen to this episode. And then if you sign up this month, we're going to be doing Pornography season 2 also.
That's true. No spoilers.
So, you're going to there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a ton of stuff coming down the pipeline. So do that. Patreon.com/midnightgrappleranimals. You get to hear us today talk about Absolute Batman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, and Green Lantern. And then later on this month, you get to hear us talk about Daredevil, Born Again Season 2. What's not to love? $5. $5. And then if you can't, that's cool. You enjoyed this episode. This episode's great. You'll get episodes weekly still, and for that, give us
not as many as you want.
Not as many. And I'll also say, give us a review here, 5 stars, and then go to a Common Ride Along and listen to that show. There's more, and then give that show a 5-star review. Also, it's a really good idea. Everyone's saying to do it. We're all saying what a good idea that is. 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. I think it's way more there. It's a good idea. If you want to communicate with us in other ways, go ahead. Do it. See if I care.
Yeah, see if we care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just try and talk to us about Absolute Green Lantern. See if we give a shit.
Yeah. Just post it. We'll find you. Whatever. Or we won't. I don't care. Yeah. So now we got Tastemaker's Grab Bag. You guys got anything you watched, read, listened to, cooked? You cook anything cool recently? Who wants
I've
to go
been making
first?
some bullshit. Yeah, I pulled a nice fast one on my movie club at work this week by saying that we're listen, I told them we were going to watch Fallen Angels. I told them we were watching Fallen Angels, the Wong Kar-wai movie, but then I remembered it's not very work appropriate.
How often is this going to happen with this?
It happened last week when we watched Saving Face. So I guess it is going to happen some more times as I forget.
Then, wait, what was movies. It? Paprika? Perfect Blue? Which one was
Perfect
it?
Blue.
Perfect Blue too. This is just a common occurrence now. You are showing your coworkers pornography.
It's like Russian roulette. Russian roulette. Will the movie of the week have a sex scene?
It's Russian roulette, but with cum shots.
Right. So, I pulled a fast one on them. And I made them watch In the Mood for Love. instead. And yes, it's fantastic. It's great. It is great. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Not to pull an Erica Kirk there, but that's it.
Oh.
That's all. That's all.
You're happy with that one, huh?
No, not really. Not really.
Okay.
I'm tired, bro.
All right, Salt, you got anything cool? Yeah, have any experiences recently?
Experiences. I've been working out a lot. That's
okay.
I work out and I walk my dog. Those are my experiences.
Okay.
Choco graduated puppy class. That's
really
crap.
good.
They grow up so fast.
They grow so
Literally.
fast.
Oh,
He got a little
literally.
graduation hat. It was very cute.
Oh.
I'll post it. It's a fun picture. I'll do 2 movies and a video game.
Wow, busy.
Wow.
Somebody doesn't
Busy
have a
boy,
job.
busy bee.
I don't really.
Oh, okay.
These are also movies I watched weeks ago, months ago. Now I'm looking at
Saving them
Letterboxd. The game, Keegan's gonna like this one. I saw it was on sale. I downloaded Star Wars Outlaws. It's fine.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a game you buy on sale. You know.
Is this like a purgatory Tastemakers grab bag? Like, hey, it's like here. It exists, you know? Not really
No.
in the bag.
The
but
2
like...
movies are really good.
Okay.
Someone in our Discord recommended a movie called Hairpin Circus from 1972. It's Japan's first street racing film. It's a really like kind of out of body neo noir film. I loved it. It had a really great jazz soundtrack. And then my other movie, I rewatched one of my favorite movies of all time, which is Brotherhood of the Wolf by Christoph Gans, a man who is unfortunately addicted to making Silent Hill films that everyone hates. Just go back to making like French dark fantasy, because that's where you shine, mon frere.
So good. I love it every time you say that. It makes me laugh. He is addicted to making bad Silent Hill movies. that
Maybe
everyone
I
hates.
mentioned Brotherhood of the Wolf a few weeks ago. Anyways, I love Brotherhood of the Wolf. I don't care if I say it again.
mention it
I did
again.
I
Mention
did
it
Freaky
again. Throw it
Tales
in there.
twice. You know,
You did do
I
Freaky
yeah.
Tales twice. I noted
Did
it.
I recommend Freaky Tales? Because I'll
You
recommend
did.
Freaky Tales
You
again.
did recommend Freaky Tales. I guess
Let's,
I
you
have
know
to
what?
watch
Let's throw
it.
it in. Let's
I
just
have
throw
to
it in
watch
there.
it so that I can recommend it and then recommend it again a couple weeks
Oh,
later.
actually, here's a good recommendation. 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
Wow, nobody has
Boner
recommended that
Temple.
one here in this group. We didn't like do a draw off of Samson's Big Wiener either as a partly a reaction to one of us seeing that film.
Oh yeah, I really wanted to draw him.
It's okay.
Fun.
Part 2.
Dude,
when we do
the
part
way-
2 of that episode.
The way his wiener is like draped over his thigh is really good. I didn't even
Thanks.
clock it when you wrote it when you drew it. It wasn't until later when I was rewatching it. I was like, that's hilarious. Or I saw the thumbnail. It's very funny. Yeah, hey, again, back at patreon.com/midnightgrappleranimals. $5 and you'll get to see Samson's wiener draped over his thigh in a really funny way.
All right, leaves you, Keegan.
That leaves me. I don't have a list in front of me, so I'm just going to say something that I have read before, but I purchased recently. Actually, I didn't purchase it. It was free. I used my book rewards through thriftbooks.com, which I have a bunch of free books and book points for. So I received a comic that I love, one of those comics that I can remember the first time I read it, and I immediately reread it. Upon finishing it, I immediately went back to the first page and reread it again, which is insane. But I did do it, and this is a comic that I did that for. And the book is Fence. It's a book from Boom, written by C.S. Picot and drawn by Joanna the Mad. It's
Wait,
really
is this the fencing one?
it's the fencing one. That's why it's called Fence.
Oh.
Yeah. It's real good. It's real. It's. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna slowly be collecting the whole series. Because I haven't read it, and I don't. I owned it digitally, and now, Comixology is dead, and I hate Kindle. So, I'm slowly getting it in print. I love this book. I do. I remember there was one review I read of it that was like, the fencing is not accurate. Like, shut up, nerd. Who knows fencing rules? Like, the fencing is cool. Like, they're sword fighting frequently in this book. Shut up, nerd. Stop it. It's so irritating. So anyway, good book. I like it. It's real. It is very like young, but it's fun. It's a fun book. So that's what I'm gonna recommend. And that's the episode. That's the episode, guys. So now it's time for you to go to Midnight Grapple Animals, patreon.com/Midnight Grapple Animals, to listen to part 2 of this, or just wait until next week when we talk about some other bullshit. So thank you for listening, and as always,
keep on
grappling.
Wow,
I almost forgot I had to do that thing.
that's so good.
That's how tired I am, you know. I'm so tired.
So I have a weird thing. My mom